Some of you for take girl now no bumbo class tax bracket. If you can't afford her, leave her the fuck alone. I must say that for say me could have blood clot go pay 11 grand for my lashes and my eyebrow, 9 grand for my ears, 6 grand for my blood clot nails, and go take a boy that's not doing nothing for me. You're crazy. And you want me all hood? Well, which hood with this hand? This 6 grand and I am not even a blood clot. Put $1,000. Hey boy, go up.
Apart from the warped sense of reality as to what a man is and what a man should be, and the downright entitlement, let's get into it. What causes this behavior? What started it and what perpetuates it? What keeps it going? Let's dissect. Welcome back to another episode on the podcast Relationship Guru. This episode is called Smoke and Mirrors. Remember to like, share, and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get notified when I make another video. From females growing up in their formative years, they've been told a lot of things about their male counterparts, that males are either something to protect them or to be feared. A man is supposed to do this for you, and a man is supposed to do that for you, or be careful because men are this or men are that. It's never who the man is as a person, and all men are different. None of them came with the same attributes, so men are not even regarded as human beings. And this kind of thinking is what leads to stuff like what you heard. And also, growing up, which further reiterate my point, children growing up, anything they need, their mothers or guardians, whoever it is, as long as the father is still in their life, they're often told to go ask your father for it. Monetary gains, anything where financial need is required, it's always go ask your father, and which is right, because the father traditionally is the breadwinner and provider. But this creates a illusion or a warped sense of reality about what a man is, because these children, especially girls, are not told to spend time with their fathers and do things for their fathers, and not tell their fathers that they appreciate them. They only see them for a cash card or ATM bank. So whenever they need money, it's their father, daddy me need this or daddy me need that. So they grow up thinking that's what men is, and that's what all men should be. That's why you have females, or that's why you're seeing videos coming out of females getting sent back to their country, or whoever get flown out, because they think that is what a man should do. A man should do all this and pay all of these things without getting anything in return, because that's what their father did, and they broad brush that to every man, and that is not the case. Only your father will pay for everything for you and not expect something in return. No other man will do that. And if you have a brother, ask him to pay for something for you, and you will see the reaction. He's not going to do it along with every other man who is not your father, because they expect something in return. So let me reiterate for those who may have missed the point, or your mind may have strayed a little. As Chris Rock said, only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. Men are loved on the condition that they provide something. And that's what we're seeing taking place. So next time you see your father, tell him that you appreciate what he's doing for you, and he didn't have to do it, and you respect him the same respect and love and adoration that is being fed on Mother's Day. do the same thing on Father's Day. Me, I don't want broke pocket, man. No, sir. My man must have money. And that is also a part of the problem. The culture would perpetuates this toxic narrative where women are only respected by their female genitalia. Our vagina may have to spend every dime and all these things. So women hear that growing up, all they have to do is have female genitalia and that is it. That is all that is required. Them a queen, them a princess. For just having what them born with. And that creates them not have to do anything, and that is why so many women lack accountability and lack even awareness to everything, because that is what's being fed to them. They're a princess and they're queens based on the merit that they have a female genitalia. That's all. And that is wrong. And that is narrative fed. That is pushed and is fed. That's all they need to become queens, and they deserve the world and more, and they should not settle. You are not a queen based on your lady parts. All it does is identifies your sex. That's all it does. It doesn't make you a good person or a bad person. It just identifies which sex you belong to. And these things that them see have a warped sense of reality as well, because they lack accountability and they lack self-awareness, thinking they are 10s and they're 9s and they're 10s. 10s are persons who are perfect, and nobody on earth is perfect. Everybody has flaw, and yes, everybody consciously believes that they have flaw but rates themselves as 10. It can't be a 10. No one is a 10. Everybody come with this new trend. She's a 10 but she is, or he's a 10 but he's that. And quite frankly, it makes me sick seeing it. If you have a fault, it proves within itself that there is a flaw. And if it has a flaw, it cannot be a 10. This is because we base attraction of surface level merely looks. And that is the problem. It's going to lead to more problems down the road. And I've already explained that in earlier episodes. Check episode 2. And yes, them have to have money, man, which is perpetuated through the culture and through the music to a place where it's normalized. Women don't want you unless you have money, and you're supposed to have money. And as relates to money, men having money, there's only a fraction of men who really are wealthy. And those men have all the options because all of the females want a money man. And because they have options, as anybody with options do. For example, if you have one shoe, you clean and take care of that shoe because it's the one you have. Because you respect it and you want it to last. So you take care of it. But if you have 10 shoes now, you wear them as if have probably one wear. Sometimes you don't even clean it. So that using that analogy is the same thing. One time the lot of you females run down a man with money. That's how you're gonna be treated, like a shoe. where he wears you or he links you up when he wants to. And then the narrative becomes men are wicked or men are dogs. No, they're not. Your choice in men is trash. Your choice in men is trash. And you say, oh, you can pick up one man and he still cheat or whatever. That means that's only telling us that you have someone hurt you in the past and you haven't completely healed from that. So you should seek therapy and get your healing process started. So to reiterate, if you may have missed the point or if your mind may have strayed a little, female genitalia, or your female genitalia does not make you a queen or a princess. It does not make you a valid candidate to receive everything and more that the world has to offer, and you don't have to do anything else. Seeking out men based on their financial prowess or how much money they have in the bank isn't going to lead to a happy place. And women who have been flown out to Dubai can tell you personally that the money and the bags and all the shopping things and everything that you get isn't worth the humiliation. They can tell you personally. So if you are interested in a man, be interested in him, not his money. And lastly, men, you are responsible and partly responsible for these nowadays women or females who think they deserve a man with money based off their looks and their female lady parts, because you guys lack discipline, lack any form of control over yourselves. These are the women you give attention to and validate on social media, or even if you see them walking in the streets. You know these type of women, you can always identify them. But you guys are too weak to control your little selves and all your little heads. So you give in and give these women money in exchange for sex or the free validation that they get from your attention. And that is why OnlyFans is a booming business for women, because of men, weak men, incapable of controlling themselves. If men held women accountable and said, put on your clothes, we don't want to see that, have some dignity, have some pride in yourself, and they weren't getting any attention, we would have more quote-unquote good girls, more quote-unquote respected women, because they wouldn't get the attention that they crave, because men wouldn't like what they're putting out. So yes, you men are partly responsible for what is happening with this social divide and decay in our morals and principles that is taking place among our society. Weak men, simps, find your purpose, find something of value, find your discipline, be a man. So, women, do not seek a guy out for his money or his assets. seek a man out for who he is as a person, as a man, his virtues, his ideologies, who he is. Respect a man who has nothing the same way you respect a man in your subjective sense of who has everything. All men created equal, however, all men do not get their so-called their time. Not every man's time is the same time, so some men make it before some and some make it after. All should be respected. All is a man, irrespective of their assets. Do not pretend to like a man because he may have money or use him. Hold on. My neighbors are making some noise. Let's go listen to what they're saying. Yeah, I'm catching now. You're up on social media, go on the things and talk about the things. I'm catching now. What will happen? Oh yeah, do. You can't that you boy. No.
You think you can fuck me and down in my pocket? I cut your blood clot so because you break me down and I destroy me bumbo clot. And I enjoy like a some good done. And then come out here and discuss me. After me I talk it out, lay down on your back and give me them the hard work for do. How me do them the blood clot hard work me do me job good. I down in my pocket. If I don't cut your blood clot so there is no God.